Uncle Joe's Spelling Show. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you 6. Today's word, business. Cutting to the chase. Business. David Letterman pronounces it business, but it's business. The conventional spelling of business is as in busy, B-U-S-I-N-E-S-S. Now that's the conventional spelling. I don't know how long it's been the conventional spelling, but the spelling that we keep seeing more and more of in conventional situations with literate people is B-I-Z-N-E-S-S. And I have 2 examples for you. The other day I screwed it up with, what was it?
Screwed it up with...
I screwed it up with, who cares? Business, B-I-Z-N-E-S-S. This is from TMZ.com.
Well,
No, here it is. She probably won't make it far in the exotic entertainment business. She could have gone a long way if she wasn't so damn stubborn. That's a very literate...
that's a pretty racy thing to read on the
but it's a very literate sentence. And this is TMZ.com.
But America.
B-I-Z-N-E-S-S.
America.
Everything else is conventionally spelled except for that one. They knew exactly what they were doing. It's a very comfortable,
Right, it was purposely done.
Logical spelling.
Right. But if you're going to cut it down to, what was it, B-I-Z-N-E-S-S?
Correct.
Well, why have 2 S's?
Because that's a very conventional form. Ness, less, N-E-S-S, L-E-S-S. Go straight to somewhere.
Why not just go to biz? Just biz.
Well, you know, showbiz,
Right.
showbiz.
Right. Well, we have showbiz.
Well, we have business is a word. Biz is also a word. That's 2 different words.
Well,
Go to your room. Go to your room. Here's another example.
This is none of your business.
This is from CNET News. Very literate. Very literate. One more.
Is this a clean example?
PG.
Sure.
Rather
Exotic dancing. Go ahead.
Rather than consumer consumption. For consumers, faltering business means fewer choices, lower interest, da-da-da-da. Very literate, B-I-Z-N-E-S-S. Everything is conventionally spelled except for that. You know, the thing about funerals, Ron, you had a funeral yesterday. You had 2 funerals yesterday.
I went to 2 funerals
and
yesterday.
no weddings.
No weddings and 2 funerals. This is correct. Yeah, I went to 2 wakes. You know, my best friend Sean, his aunt passed away, and she was a lovely lady.
How old?
She was only 66. That's not, you know.
Sudden?
Cancer. I don't even know what to say about that. You know, she was a great lady. The most touching part of the story is that she was with her husband since she was 14 years old. Mom.
You had a funeral 2 weeks ago. You've been having a lot of funerals.
Yeah, I have. And then last night I went to a funeral. And here's the flip side. You have a woman who's 90. Also a lovely woman, you know. And she just, time took its course in her life.
Any anecdotes about either one, or just kind of your standard fare, your standard deal? Is okay, sad, and
you know, I think the only anecdote is, you know, you see the family get together, and I think too often, in certain cultures anyway, it's the only time they get together. No one.
Sad occasion.
Even the people that fight, right? They only come to the funeral, and then there's cousin so and so.
How about wedding? Do they come to the wedding as well, or more to the funeral?
They come to the wedding. But maybe not, right? Because you can only invite so many people to a wedding. But a funeral, everyone can come, right? Because it costs you extra money if 200 more people walk through the door.
You know, it reminds me of ducks flying south for the winter.
Hang out with your family, please.
You know, ducks flying south for the winter. You would think that they could do it by themselves. It would be human human instinct.
Right. Ducks are supposed to have human instinct.
The New York Times Magazine speaks of the endangered whooping crane. Now, the ducks can, there's a million of them, and they know how to fly south for the winter.
Whoop, Joe Frazier.
Down go Frazier.
Go.
But these,
the whooping crane.
I couldn't believe this. This looked like a manufactured...
Show the picture.
This looked like a manufactured picture. This is whooping cranes flying south for the winter, courtesy of the U.S. taxpayers. Courtesy of a little tiny airplane. And
but tell them why.
These whooping cranes, there's endangered species that they don't have the instinct. They don't know how to fly unless they see it done by other whooping cranes. They don't just fall out of the nest and fly. They will fall down unless they are taught by other whooping cranes.
Smart birds.
And there are not that many of them, so they have fewer and fewer instances where they can see it modeled.
So they follow us.
So we have to dress up in white
garb.
White garb, and teach them and have it be as animalistic as
But
possible.
once you do the trip once,
You do it once, you fly south with them,
and the next year,
and people line up for miles around to see the airplane and the birds trailing the airplane from Wisconsin down to Florida.
and once you do it once,
And speaking of airlines,
I am sick and tired of paying for my luggage to get on a plane. I remember that, gas is $4 a gallon, so now we have to raise money other ways. So we'll charge people for their baggage because that's what's really weighing the plane down.
you're going to bail them out one way or the other.
Now gas is $1.60 a gallon. I'm still paying for my bag.
Uncle Obama will bail them out one way or the other. A high price, low price.
I don't even think they're getting any money. They're not getting any money, are they?
From you for your bags.
For me, for my bag. You know what I do? I carry it all on now. I walk on like 4 carry-ons. If a woman can have her purse and a carry-on, I can have 2 carry-ons. My wallet should not count as a carry-on. This is equal rights for men and women. I want my purse.
Interestingly, Ron,
Yes.
Uncle Joe's Spelling Show, you give us 6 minutes, we give you 6.
Wait, it was 22. The
It
whooping
felt like 22.
Whoop.